Hey yo, it's Kurz here, and today we're starting one of our new series. Today is our news series that I'm going to be doing on the channel and on my live stream. This is our first episode, so it's going to be kind of a little bit silly. Well, they're all a little bit silly, but this one's especially going to be out there. We might change how we do it up. Might not even stay as a series, we never know. But I'm just gonna do a little explanation before we dive in so that it's known what's going on here. So I've kind of thought that it's a little bit been missing, I would say, or I'm just missing it myself, but it's something that I want to do, and I'm interested in current events that are in the world right now, including entertainment, sports, political crap, uh, everything, anything that's going on. And so I thought a fun little way of doing that and sharing that with the world would be to do some kind of news broadcast of different current events. Obviously, I'll do different kind of shows. I don't know. It's just the beginning. So, but what I'm thinking is for this series, we're gonna do random YouTube videos that I find that are somewhat current eventy, and just react to them in the most benign and asshole way that I possibly can, in kind of just this satire, jokish way that's not serious, isn't meant to hurt anybody's feelings, but that is kind of the angle I'm going to be going at. Is I know that it's pushing the boundaries, but I hope that it's looked into a positive light, where in my eyes, I feel like the world is kind of going to a place where it's a little bit too serious. Like, things are serious, and don't get me wrong, but I think that we all can joke about stuff and say how we truly feel in the right setting. And I want to bring that setting to the world, and I hope that it goes well. Again, I just want to disclaim, I'm sure I'm not saying everything I want to, but I just want to disclaim that everything I say isn't how I feel truly. It's meant to be out there as in a way to get your news in a fun, it's not really news. It's you're going to get the news clips of what is out there, but then I'm going to put a little spin on it and just be my brash, assholey self that I tend to be when I'm just joking around. So yeah, to sum it up, it's a joke. And I hope you enjoy it. If not, then we'll move on to something else. But with all that being said, let's get into the show. Kurz, and we're here with the daily news as usual. I hope that everybody's enjoying their day. It's Kurz, and today is another day with all sorts of fucked up news as usual, or wonderful news, or whatever. And I thought that, why don't we start off today with none other than sports. Fuck it, sports, right? Scouring, looking along, and everybody likes sports, right? Well, I'm into fucking basketball, so you're gonna be into basketball on this. And we got this dude. What's his name? Bob. I'm looking at my sheet here. Bob Dillingham. He goes off for some sensational gameplay. Some sensational basketball at whatever fucking level he's playing at. I don't know. I don't know. So let's get right into that.
Now it's time for the cold hearts, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this team right here heading into the season. Now this is going to be an exciting game, fellas.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Hey, I feel like there's a lot of...
I don't even know what number this dude is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one way to look
I don't
at
even...
it.
like...
Storylines are being built.
Yep.
All right.
Is this news?
Trey Parker is already jumping.
Trey Parker?
This is the third game of a triple header.
Who's
This is
who?
our first time seeing the Cold Hearts play Season 2 action.
Buckets!
That shot right there.
Oh, my God.
Number 4.
Exactly.
Number 4
And
is
do
going
they
off.
fit the standard of the blue check? Apparently not.
Now, the first game and the second game. Oh, my God.
Hey, they-
Check something.
Heat check.
And I know it's probably none of my business, but...
All right.
Oh, my
check
God.
this. Block. Rebound.
I like that right there.
All right. I'm trying to find our man.
Johnette got the switch.
Is that him?
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith.
That's Tyler Smith.
Early cast.
Slide.
I don't know any of these people. I don't even know what,
Oh, I
like,
like that right there.
And I was talking to number 6,
Johnette with the block.
is this high school? Is this
Johnette with the
college?
block, with the block.
Is this
team.
inner
it's not
city?
big.
Is this, what is
Like it's
this?
not as much full court pressure.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
true.
man.
Dunk it!
Man, he's been having a
Bro, you
phenomenal
look like
game
you
so
can
far.
dunk it
Okay.
because, you know,
Hey,
you
that's
look
what you're talking about.
athletic.
Oh,
I'm trying to see what he's talking
Just
about.
walked it up.
Buckets.
I like that
Bro,
rebound,
this is
though,
like
but
high school.
There's Christian Jones on
My-
that board,
my-
too.
My buddy
Pushing
could
the
play better
tempo,
than this.
ZZ Clark.
And he's trash.
I like the pace change.
Am I supposed to be excited by this?
Yep.
ZZ Clark.
Anyways,
is one of the new recruits.
these are highlights
Oh,
from
God.
whatever game this is. Bob
That might be-
Dillingham.
You can't do nothing but
He
love
dropped
that right
36
That's tenacity.
on whatever team. I'm assuming that's him.
there. Like nobody was ready.
I don't
for
know.
You know, you do not have to
I
wait
don't
for the
know.
referee to pass you the ball for inbound, so you can.
Anyways,
go.
yeah. So that's sports
Pace
for
of play
today.
significantly quicker.
Got some highlights
Oh,
in
great
some
pass.
sports. We could
Yep.
check out some other stuff, but it's really not on the
Oh, my
agenda.
God.
that. Yep.
Nobody cares about fucking high school basketball. Unless,
Showtime.
you know,
Oh,
your
man.
Showtime.
father or, you know.
Hey, that's what he's talking about, I think.
Okay, a lot of people care about high school basketball.
Definitely.
That's not a clip.
Great confidence
All right,
in
moving
our
on.
caucus. I will not seek re-election to Democratic
I don't know what I'm
leadership.
doing. Back to the
Now
basketball.
It's time for the cold hearts,
So, yeah, that
ladies and
was-
gentlemen. I feel like
that
a lot of
was
people are
the
sleeping on
Blue
this
Colts.
team right here heading into the season.
So yeah,
Now,
that
this is
was
gonna be an exciting game.
that
fellas.
was that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Very exciting.
Hey, I feel like there's a lot of history on the court right now.
Yeah.
So with that being on today's news, the basketball, that was pretty cool. I mean, there wasn't much said. It was pretty trash, honestly. Like, let's be honest. We could get better highlights from, you know, the Globetrotters coming to your high school. But
Listen, you're ruining the entire evening.
let's check out what we got next on today's agenda.
Leave the ring and pack your stuff and move out. You're not ready to
I
get
don't-
married. The way that she was reacting.
This is Big Ed.
Listen.
Is Big Ed catches Liz cheating. And yeah, so we're gonna check that out, I guess. I don't know, some fucking cheater out here cheating and shit, being a fucking scumbag, doing his normal daily routine, I guess, out here cheating. So let's bring a number on that and check out this asshole and what he is doing out on the streets.
You're ruining the entire evening for your mom. for
Produced
your
by,
grandma. Liz, leave
Big
the
Ed.
ring
This is brought by
and pack
Big
your
Ed.
stuff and move out. You're not ready to get married. The way that she was reacting to you was how a girlfriend would react to a girlfriend.
As if the human slimeball Big Ed could not get any worse, in this episode you will find a new reason to hate him, as it is him and Liz's engagement party. None of his family showed up, of course, because they all disapprove of this relationship as they have seen it firsthand. But all of Liz's family comes in from out of town, and he blows up this entire party with just toxicity by setting off one of the biggest fights I've seen them have. And it all starts from something that is very dark in Ed's.
Apparently this is a well-known family that's probably on YouTube.
And even then, you know, relationship.
And he's a scumbag, so
goes through in this relationship, and he hurts her over it. Like, oh, maybe
dick.
they'll come around one day. Like, obviously, your family just does not like.
I mean, look at this guy.
I think one day they will.
Why would you feel the need to marry a dude like this? I mean, no offense, I'm not a swinger both ways, personally, as the news anchor, but I feel like this man is not attractive. He looks like a vegetable. A tomato? The dude looks like a goddamn tomato. I mean, maybe it's just the lighting or something. But, lady, we know what you're doing. Karma's a bitch.
Regret it when they do get to know Liz, but I have to respect the fact that they're just not ready.
And Ed is talking like his family didn't get the chance to meet Liz. They know exactly how Liz is and exactly how you are. That's the problem they have.
Let me just tell you that Ed's out here cheating, okay? Ed's out here cheating, but let me also bring you the other side of the story. Ed's out here losing money left and right. Ed's out here fucking trying to bank up on his cash, dwindling, watching it go down the drain, and Ed's sitting here wondering what's happening to the stocks. It's looking like 2020 all over again on his bank accounts with this gold digger down his shoes asshole. That's not a word. That's how ridiculous this is. The man is being flim-flammed. All right, that's the other half of this, right? Let me be the bearer of bad news. Let me be the wolf that...
Relationship is so BS and just crappy, built on the worst foundation. They want the best for you, and this marriage is not it. So I find it funny that Ed is still crying over here like, oh, maybe they'll come around one day. Like, obviously you're...
You know, watch this be like Ed is super poor, and he got all his money from his girl, and he's just out here cheating. Like, watch it be that. I mean, I was just trying to pull it from the opposite direction here, looking at Ed as the good guy. For anybody that's on Ed's side, because we're a news station that likes to take straight down the middle. I don't know, you know, we don't take sides here. We're non-political. Go Trump, right? We're non-political, so I mean, fuck this Nignog, and fuck this fee-flam, right? Because both of them probably have skeletons in the closet that are just waiting to be let out and have another day in the sun and on the beach. Because that's what skeletons do. They want to be fucking let the fuck out. And eventually skeletons are let out.
They have to like me. Like, no, people also still have types.
Skeletons
and people
are
also
always...
The way that Ed treats her and the way that he's so insecure that he has to know everything in her life.
No
and now
what.
all of this is just coming to the
surface.
Skeletons
in the closet, you gotta bury it in the backyard, no matter what. And you need to let the whole neighborhood know, obviously. Because it's the most fucking human race
that I've ever known.
Dude, and I don't know why, but the choice of having the cameraman locked off on a monopod here and just filming her running away barefoot across the street while rambling to herself, I know it's very sad, like circumstantially, but it's also hilarious because, I mean, Liz, I also don't feel that bad for you. You're the one that keeps choosing to continue having this relationship that is pretty much only for TV.
This is on my news radar? How is this on my news radar? These fucking idiots. Moving on
Great
to our
confidence in our caucus. I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership.
Looking at Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, a person that is in the news a lot for, I believe, the Democrats. And let's hear what she rambles on about today.
In the next Congress. For me, the hour's come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus.
There it is.
There it is, folks. There's what? Fucking leading the Democratic caucus to what?
Nancy Pelosi, who put her stamp on Washington as a progressive policymaker who also mastered pragmatic politics.
Bruh, blah, 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 blah. Progressive policy, pragmatic politics. You literally just added a couple words onto your sentence to make it sound more intelligent, more fucking whatever the word is that I'm forgetting, because this is the news station where you don't use those stupid words. And here he is looking like a fool up on channel fucking MSNBC, trying to talk like George Washington.
She became the first woman speaker in American history.
Obviously, he's way better, more illiterate than I am, and I look like a fucking asshole.
Formally stepping down from leadership and on her own terms.
Good! I mean, say goodbye to Pelosi, right? Like, we love you, Pelosi. I'm sure this has nothing to do with your trip to Taiwan, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything to do with Trump and the upcoming election, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with your position in politics or anything like that.
It's a long road and a rise from back in 1987 when she first won a San Francisco.
Let's give a clap. That is something that we, sitting in politics, stealing people's money for almost 60 years, I don't even know, 40 years. That is an accomplishment that we all need to clap for a minute. Sit down and take a minute to clap for Pelosi for being the center of attention for however many years she's been there stealing our money in front of all of our faces.
Thank my colleague for calling this special order and giving me the opportunity to speak on the House of Representatives.
I mean, if all you had to do was say thank you on behalf of big giant words, big giant words, big giant words, big giant words, name the person, and then speak a bunch of jibber jabber about shit that is, with more big words in there, if that's all you have to do, I'm sure that, Pelosi would be almost our president.
About an issue of concern
Obviously,
to the people of my district.
She is
people
the Speaker of the House, right? Who the fuck knows
what she
does?
Has played a big role in American life. Meanwhile, a longtime ally, President Biden, dubbed her the most consequential speaker in history. At least
she's got the right doctor doing the right kind of work on her face, because she's looking good for her age, right? Let's be honest. We can tell that she is an older, more established lady in the eye of the public, and she's working it like a feline on top of the whatever that rock is in The Lion King. You know that rock?
As do many who've worked with her.
It was a very historic speech for a historic woman.
Republicans, they'd like to draft Nancy Pelosi into.
I think that she is a tremendous leader.
I think Nancy Pelosi, when the history is written, will go down as one of the most effective legislative leaders that this country's ever seen.
So Barack is still in the news to this day. Like, bruh, does anybody else believe that politics is just another reality TV show? Like, they can't be any more established than Hollywood's diaper-wearing assholes. They really can't be. If you put two and two together.
Those are some views, and those aren't nobodies. They are allies. But many of her Republican opponents have also granted that she has proven effective over and over again. Indeed, in our...
I don't even know what she does.
Ain't a lot of deals to be struck these days in this type of politics.
Am I supposed
so she had to
know
make her own way.
What she does?
She first won the speakership in 2007, facing off with President Bush, and then ushering in...
Okay, what I know about her is that she talks back a lot, and there was something that happened. This is the crazy thing about, news, and that's why we need to start doing a news channel. is you forget about the things people say, and then they go around and say something else. I mean, let's not get political, but let's get a little bit political.
An Obama era full of legislative accomplishments.
Yeah,
like the Affordable Care Act.
Obama's out of office.
She mastered.
There's a man that we all need to praise. I mean, we're not here. We don't know. We don't promote Trump. We don't promote Biden. We promote freedom as a speech in itself. We promote love, prosperity, and wealth for all. I don't know. I just made that
Aware of not only TV media, but the internet, the viral moments, the clapback at Trump's State of the Union, she mastered much that changed around her while also being a leader. We hear that talk about whether you're a thermostat or a thermometer. Well,
that's an analogy.
Too much of one or the other doesn't work to try to run a large, diverse caucus in either house of Congress.
Bro, who comes up with these fucking words? Caucus. Like, you guys are a bunch of fucking hens and roosters sitting out there trying to make rules for all of us babies in diapers. Like, I know the diaper analogy, but we're just children in diapers acting like we're wearing suits. And here we go, using words like caucus.
To excel by knowing when to do either. Now, you may say, okay, Ari, news, why is this happening right now today? Well, it's because of the news we broke last night. The control of Congress has been officially called, so there's no bank shot or last-minute hope that the Democrats somehow might stay in power with the gavel. Pelosi
all right, nobody cares.
Tonight, more
so that was Pelosi. We're going to check in on Pelosi a little bit later. But,
investigators now reviewing this video, which they say shows two of the victims at a food truck just hours before the murder. Police also confirmed two other roommates were home and unhurt at the time of the murder and are
We got our next story today. Up on today's news. Next, we are looking at some more dark, sad, and disturbing news that we're going to be bringing you. I guess it's breaking. It's news. I got some murders. There are some murders in Idaho. So yes, check out some murders in Idaho. Unfortunately,
tonight, more questions as investigators race to find a suspect in the gruesome murder of 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho.
It's pretty.
Who the fuck's going to college in Moscow, Idaho? You better live around there if you're going there. And why the
traumatic when there's 4 dead college students in.
I mean, it is pretty traumatic. Rest in peace to the ones that lost their lives, and I can't imagine what the family members are going through now.
Who have been stabbed to death in one location.
The coroner saying today autopsies have been completed and the victims suffered extensive wounds after being stabbed multiple times with a large knife. Investigators now working to determine if the victims had defensive wounds or may have gotten the suspect's DNA on their bodies.
Bro, these people are like 1/3 or 1/4 way through their lives. Like, damn, that's rough.
Well, looking to see if there are some clues that are on them. Some of the suspects' blood, perhaps, or something under somebody's fingernails.
The coroner saying the autopsies have found the time of death sometime after 2 a.m.
Cool. Thank you.
Investigators now reviewing this video, which they say multiple times with a large knife. Investigators now working to determine
2
a.m.
Cool. Thank you.
Investigators now reviewing this video, which they say shows 2 of the victims at a food truck just hours before the murder. Police also confirmed 2 other roommates were home and unhurt at the time of the murder and are actively cooperating with the investigation.
We're not just focusing just on them, we're focusing on everybody that may be coming and going from that residence.
Authorities say there was no sign of forced entry at the home. They think this was a targeted attack and are still searching for the murder weapon.
Usually when a non-forced entry in a home invasion, it usually means that it's a family member. Unfortunately, somebody that's close to you that's gonna fucking gut your throat to shit. So watch your back. If you got any kind of tingling going on, check it out. Don't just survival of the fucking fittest out here. It really is.
Threat to the community.
Meanwhile, a community in mourning.
Just because there's so many people here in this area who know them and love them, and we just want to shine a light on them.
While a mass murder is still on the loose. Gotti Schwartz, NBC News.
That is
Thanks for watching our
terrifying
YouTube channel. Follow today.
To hear that information. I wish that we didn't have to privy you to that source of violence. Jesus Christ. You know, those words, they slip the mind when you're sitting on...
The foundation of the first in the nation...
you know, whatever we're sitting. Standing.
Tonight, more questions as investigators...
Hey!
Tonight,
it's a
more
one-man show
questions as
here.
Investigators...
Let's not fucking...
The foundation of...
Jesus Christ. Alright. So... we are on to our 4th story of the day. 2024 elections are right around the corner, apparently. And in New Hampshire, the primaries are off and running. So let's see what the fuck these hillbillies are doing.
Of the first in the nation primary is taking shape. Former President Donald Trump has officially entered the race for the White House. And while Mr. Trump's announcement was made with his supporters by his side in Florida, political analysts say he may not have the full backing of the Republican Party.
I think the...
Why? Who else is running for the Republican Party? I don't know. That's the whole point.
The idea that he's doing it now, a week after very disappointing midterm results for Republicans, and just 2 full years before the next election, I think is striking. We don't really have a historical precedent for this, but then again, Donald Trump has smashed a lot of precedents in the past.
He's smashed a lot of things, that's for sure.
Rick Klein is the political director for ABC News. In an interview with News 9, he says a Trump candidacy may not necessarily scare away
I mean, what's a more honest man on TV than Trump?
The Republican challengers.
No,
besides Kanye West.
Question, there's going to be multiple candidates. We've heard from the former Vice President Mike Pence, some interest in it. Governor Sununu has been deflecting questions on this, and there's a host of others who are very strongly considering candidacies.
And while the New Hampshire GOP remains neutral in a primary, Chairman Stevens...
Interesting, just a little bit of political bullshit. I believe that New Hampshire was definitely a Republican state when Trump was elected. But I don't know about this last election, because who was paying attention when Biden was elected with all that crazy shit going on at the Capitol?
Stepanek says Mr. Trump still has a strong hold on the Granite State and has a chance to be a top contender.
I mean, if you go anywhere in the state, traveling around the state as much as I do, you still see Trump signs from 2020 out. You see that they've
you do
now
see
got
it. I
all
mean,
this
let's be honest. You
2024
go driving down your road down in Vermont or New Hampshire or any New England redneck side state, you're gonna see Trump signs that are from 2020 like it's still 2020. People live in the past. People still have their Obama stickers. So people really do like to live in their nostalgia, as you could say. Or whatever people do. That's what I get from it anyways. But that's what's happening in New Hampshire. Let's check out with Sandra Mitchell. There was a crash that had 25 injured, the injured 25 recruits. It looks like I'm getting on the tele-reader thingy-ma-digger. So yeah, that is fucking shitty, bruh. Do not get in an automobile if you are in Villanova, because you're gonna get in a 25 pileup if it was a few hours ago. So, yeah. Watch out for that.
Sherry, you're right. We were out here yesterday all day as well, and that's when we actually started to hear witnesses say that this was a deliberate act. Well, today, the LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva confirmed it, saying after an extensive investigation by the CHP, it is clear the driver was trying to kill these recruits.
Wow. So
just moments after the devastating crash, the driver, 22-year-old Nicholas Joseph Gutierrez of Diamond Bar, was under arrest. And now the LA County Sheriff says the crash was not an accident.
What a
accident.
They went through an exhaustive interview process with everyone involved, with the video surveillance, statements from the recruits, the physical...
Bruh. Can we just get a zoom in on that real quick? That's nuts. That's not okay. Like, that is just not okay. How are you gonna sit there and drive your automobile into a group of people running down the road? Like, that's not chill. That's a bit fucked up. You know, people, if you have rage against a group of another individual, write a note. Make a video. You don't need to get in an automobile and, you know, run over these people or take out a machine gun and mow down people you don't like. Do something constructive that isn't going to hurt anybody. Even you know, not even going that far. Do something constructive. If you're killing out of anger or out of revenge or something like that, it's probably not the most constructive way to pass time. So, please, think before you do. Please, think before you do. That's all people really want to see and have happen. Think before get it. Right?
Evidence they had and what they got from the suspect himself, and they were able to form the opinion that this was a deliberate act.
Gutierrez has been arrested for suspicion of...
It's not hard to confirm from video evidence if a guy's driving down a road, takes a little bit of a swerve and hits a bunch of people, doesn't slow down and keeps hitting people, that it more than likely
of attempted murder on a peace officer. California Penal Code defines that as when the perpetrator intends to kill the victim and takes a direct step towards killing the person.
I don't think it was an accident. It would have been a different story if they would have, you would have seen the tires screech or anything like that.
Wow, look at that. I mean, I don't know where the road is in retrospect to where that car is, but let's be honest, it's not looking like it's gonna be a fun run.
But to have that, full on speed and to crash into a crowd like that, I don't think it was an accident.
A girlfriend of one of the injured recruits described what her boyfriend witnessed.
The driver still had his foot on the accelerator. So my boyfriend, seeing that, he tried to break the glass or like the window open to try to get him to stop.
Wednesday's crash was captured on security video. It shows the SUV barreling right at the recruits on
What a
Mills
fucking
Avenue in Whittier,
asshole.
going the wrong way
Move
at
out
about
the way!
35 miles an hour.
That's probably what
It
he
sounded
was
just
saying,
like a real like loud boom.
He needs
and then
to
just
move
the
out the
screaming,
fucking
the
way.
screaming of the people.
That's fucked.
The CHP now is leading the investigation, and if convicted, the 22-year-old Gutierrez could face life in prison.
This, like, what is going on with the world today? Like, why are people running over people? Like, why am I dark? What happened? Why am I going dark? People? Doesn't, like, let's not go dark. Starting phone? I don't know why people feel the need to injure other people, but let's go into some lighter news. Today, we had in the last week, there was an announcement in media, so everybody who's excited about watching another trash-ass movie, then here we go. This is what I saw on YouTube, so fuck you and watch. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Sonic.
Hi, Sonic.
When you've got a crew like mine, there's nothing that can stop you.
This is a show? Is this an actual show? This is an actual show. This is it a show?
Sonic, where are you? Sonic!
Fucking, he's in the dumpster with the rest of the ideas fucking made by whoever the hell made this.
Where am I? Huh?
You would die. You'd be dead. Alright guys, whoever made this, like, what's your budget? $1,000? Okay, probably a little more than that, but like, what I'm getting at is it's trash.
Obey the council.
Another world. Whoa, my shoes.
Whoa, man. My shoes, they make me run really fast. It's not like I'm Sonic. Bruh. I thought it was the... I thought it was the dude, not the shoes, but whatever.
Looks like an Eggman family reunion.
We are the council.
Tails?
Watch this show be like really good. I mean, I'm sure there are gonna be people that enjoy this new Sonic show or movie. So yeah.
You're all new used.
I mean, just personally, I'm just looking at the animation and it's trash.
They don't know who I am.
2022. Almost 23.
I call
We
them
can do better
shatter
than this.
spaces.
Pirates, awesome.
If we lose,
Why are pirates awesome? People still think pirates are awesome because of Johnny Depp?
this fight, there won't be anything left to fight for.
So we're gonna fix it. Because we got the whole band back together.
Speaking of Johnny Depp, I just was thinking of Johnny Depp. And that's way more exciting than this fucking trash. Like, what is Johnny Depp's next movie? Please tell me it's Pirates of the Caribbean. Because that would be really awesome if it was. But yeah, that is the Netflix series Sonic Prime, I believe. Coming to Netflix. So yeah, that's gonna be on your watch list, hopefully. Hopefully not. Now back to the more boring ass trash news of the world. Because that's what was on the agenda apparently today. More of these old hags that spend way too much money on their hairlines and suits.
I'm proud to announce
will likely be 2 years of divided
Excuse me.
I'm proud to announce the era of one-party Democrat rule in Washington is over.
Kevin McCarthy, the
What is-
Republican leader
that
of the
sounds
U.S.
scary,
House of
man.
Representatives, heralded what will likely be 2 years of divided American government after
Not
Republicans
because
clawed
I
their way across
am
the
a
finish line
Republican
to
or
eke
a
out what will
Democrat, but
likely be a
because
razor-thin
one
majority
ruler
in the
in
House.
any house of
While
America
President
sounds
Joe
not
Biden's
democratic.
Party defended its hold on the Senate. Gains in the House
But
gave
I mean,
Republicans the power
what
to
do I
rein
know?
in Biden's agenda,
I'm just
as
a
well
news
as to launch
anchor,
potentially politically
reading the
damaging probes
teleprompter.
of his administration and family.
Right?
While it falls far short of the red wave his party had hoped for, McCarthy
Nobody
tried
can
to
hear
sound an
you.
optimistic note this week about the direction of the new Congress.
And this new Republican leadership team is ready to
There's
do
new
the work
Republican
to put
leadership.
America
Da da da
back
da
on
da
the
da.
right track.
Blah blah blah
It was
blah
our
blah
commitment
blah
to
blah blah
America
blah 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 blah
that we
blah.
would create
I'm
a
gonna spend your money
population,
on things that you don't
a
give a shit
nation
about.
that is
Keep
safe,
fucking paying
a
taxes.
future that is
All
built on
right,
freedom
that is the news
and
of the
government that is
Democrats and how they have united in Washington. So that's either good news, scary
Historic
news, or
day added-
indifference. And in other news, I believe this is one of our last stories of the day. Coming with Chelsea Edwards. She's going to be telling us what's going on with LA's mayor's winning the race. What is up with this boring crap? I don't
very
care.
first acts
I
when
really
she is
don't.
sworn in as mayor is going to be to declare a state of emergency on
So
homelessness.
there's mayor
in her
who
first
won,
remarks
this mayor
here at
dude
theater,
won.
she also talked about jobs, home.
Dude, you almost sound as bad as me talking. Like, almost.
Good jobs and affordable housing
this the
are
mayor?
on the way.
She acknowledged that the close race against her opponent.
Awesome. So we have a woman in office. I don't know if that's a new thing or not. I know that people like rave like crazy when women get elected. I don't know why. Apparently it's like a new thing. But yeah, so and she's African American, it looks like. So that's another
Caruso.
positive for the PC crowd. But not for me. For me it looks like another fucking person getting up there about ready to talk a bunch of nonsense to me, you know? I mean, obviously these people really do, do an amazing job getting all of our shit in order, making sure that, school buses are running and people aren't shooting up our stores and robbing conveniences that we hold dear to our hearts to every day. So, yeah, we do appreciate that. We do appreciate that a lot. And congratulations for being elected
was
as mayor.
tough, but compared campaigning to an athletic competition.
You fight with everything that you have, but when the game is over, it's over. And
That shit is over, bro. Unless you hit the restart button.
Okay, let's watch.
All right, and our last piece segment that we're going to be looking at, or one of our last segments, excuse me, is the craziest crash ever put on
Please chase now.
by this doofus face.
This better live up to the hype. I've heard nonstop about this
Penguin.
goddamn police chase. So I heard this is like some actual GTA shit.
Is it
David, we were up over in Knott's Berry.
Chase here and like going fucking crazy, ramping off of parked tow trucks like it's GTA. And I just think that'd be the wrong way of handling it. I'd be more mad at the officer.
Is now stuck in that parking spot. There's really nowhere.
What's happening?
Back up fucking 30 times before anyone else.
Yeah, this guy is.
Yeah, he's even being critiqued by the announcer.
Impossible to set up for a spikes. Look at this.
Oh!
Look at that.
Trying to get around traffic.
This is what you do
Oh,
not.
wait, he did. He did.
Oh.
Yep.
Look
Nearly
at that
spun out.
drift.
You got clipped.
Dirty.
Man, watching this live must have been nuts. Fuck. Holy shit.
That is
What
true.
he
It must
doing?
have been insane.
An accomplice.
Oh wow! So he's just got an accomplice running into houses.
And then went out the front door. I'm guessing stole
This
the
is
key.
what happens in an
34
an average
minutes
night
in.
in America.
And then still keep up with the chase. Good for him. I was very curious what flew off there as well. I thought he started like firing missiles like a James Bond truck or
This
something. It was
race
like a little
really,
torpedo or
this
something.
race, this
Don't
chase
sell
went on
yourself
for
short.
quite a while. Holy crap, he's in a different car now.
Oh!
Ooh, look how close that was. Just barely made it through.
That okay?
Let's see how this ends.
All right, give me your badge and your gun. You're off the case, and then he gets the job done. So I will say,
It looks like
yeah, it can't really
he got
break.
spiked. Tried to get through.
Oh boy!
some cars.
Oh boy!
He really should have jumped out at this point.
Yep, it's all crumbling.
Oh!
All right, there we go.
Oh! He just keeps driving into a gas
This
pump.
has to be where it ends. There's no way.
Oh! That is just some property damage at a mass scale. Look at all those fucking piggies. We do love our.
So
we
I
love our
will
law
say I did
enforcement.
know that they shot him. He doesn't die.
Oh, so they did shoot him.
He
Okay.
survives the. Or I mean, wait, no, it's good.
All right, and that is what happens on the streets of United States. So make sure you buckle up and look both ways before you cross the street if you're a pedestrian, because we got crazy drivers out there. And that is the news today of the Kurz news channel. I hope you enjoyed today's ridiculous news program. This was the first news program, and we will have more better news in the future. This was just some random stuff. Today's random videos were clearly not so exciting, but hopefully in the future we'll have some better videos and to bring to you about current news. Today was kind of a, but I don't know if we're gonna do this every day, if it's once a week, a few times a week, what we're gonna do here. So yeah, that was that. And this has been News Channel 8, Channel 8 News, not News Channel 8, Channel 8 News, coming to you live from wherever the hell I am. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us at News Channel 8 on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, wherever you're watching us. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Have a fuck